Hello everyone and welcome back to the S.T.A.R YouTube channel where my colleagues and I will be discussing some of the major topics that are involved with human space travel. My name is Professor Semino and today we will be discussing the topic of reverse blood flow in astronauts. So without any more interruptions, let's get on with the video. Implied by its name, reverse blood flow is simply when some of the circulation of your blood reverses, causing several complications. Before we get into the topic of reverse blood flow, let's look at how regular blood flow operates via the human circulatory system. The human circulatory system is made up of the heart, lungs, and several different blood vessels such as veins, arteries, and capillaries. The heart is mainly divided up into two groups, the left and right, but also into four sections, the left and right atrium and the left and right ventricle. The circulation starts when deoxygenated blood carried by veins moves into the right atrium and ventricle. From there, it will move into the lungs where it will be refreshed with a new supply of oxygen. This blood, now refreshed with oxygen, now gets pumped back into the heart through the left atrium and ventricle, and then gets exported through the aorta to different tissues throughout the body to supply them with oxygen. Well, that's the basis for the human circulatory system. So now that we looked over that, let's actually look into how reverse blood flow works. Reverse blood flow is caused by the weightless environment of zero gravity. There is a fluid shift in the body towards the head, opposite of what happens on Earth. As a result of this, blood can flow backwards rather than being pumped out of the heart, and it can cause clots inside a blood vessel. When this happens, the left ventricle has to work extra hard to pump the blood that has come back into the heart. Over time, this can cause the ventricle to thicken, causing puffiness in the face and even thick neck veins. There has been several cases of reverse blood flow in astronauts, and at times it can be harmless, but as I said, it can also cause clots inside the blood vessels of humans. Reverse blood flow at the moment it cannot be cured, and there is relatively no specific treatment for it. There are although some treatments that have been used, and those can be thigh cuffs, resistance breathing devices, applying low body negative pressure, and even exercise. Both the thigh cuffs and applying low body negative pressure are used to make the lower half of your body weigh more. This is used in hope that instead of the blood being pumped towards your head, it'll shift back to being pumped towards your feet, which is what happens on Earth. A resistance breathing device can help build up strength in your lungs, as well as the muscles used in breathing. This buildup in strength will make sure that the blood can be refreshed with this oxygen, so it can carry out the rest of the duties of the human circulatory system. This way, the effects of reverse blood flow will be minimized, and the blood will not be derived from oxygen. Well, that's basically it for today's lesson about reverse blood flow. But of course, now let's look back and see what we learned. We started off this lesson by talking about the human circulatory system, about the different chambers of the heart, the different blood vessels, and the path in which deoxygenated blood takes to be refreshed with oxygen. We talked about how reverse blood flow works in astronauts that have been in space for long periods of time, how it affects them, and certain treatments that can be used to help minimize the effects made by reverse blood flow. Well, that's it for today's video. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope you guys learned something. Make sure to check out all of our other videos about the other mental and physical elements of space, as well as some other topics. So that's it for me, and again, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you later.